Looking for games that'll keep you busy for weeks, maybe even months? Today, we're diving into the epic titles that practically never end on PC, Xbox, PS5, and Switch. First up is Elden Ring. This one's for players who love a good challenge. Elden Ring pulls you into a huge open world where you're free to explore however you want. There's over 100 hours of gameplay, especially with the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion. And while you can go anywhere, some areas will be way too tough at first, so leveling up and returning later is part of the fun. Plus, the epic boss battles are unforgettable. We put in around 120 hours, and every minute was totally worth it. Next is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. If you haven't played this classic yet, now's the time, especially with its expansions and recent upgrades for PS5 and Xbox Series XS. Playing as Geralt of Rivia, you'll face tough choices, dive into a detailed storyline, and spend around 150 to 200 hours if you aim to do everything. Even the side quests are engaging, so you'll feel fully immersed in this dark fantasy world. Once you start, it's hard to step away. Now for Red Dead Redemption 2. This is a beautiful, story-driven western that follows Arthur Morgan, an outlaw in the Van der Linde gang. It's not just a game, it's an experience, and it's one of the best out there. The main story alone is huge, with twists and turns that really make you care about the characters. And the world is so rich and detailed, it's easy to get lost in. Trust us, this one's a ride worth taking. On to Diablo 4. This action-packed RPG is full of endless dungeons, powerful loot, and of course, tons of demons to defeat. The story mode takes around 30 hours, but that's just the warm-up. After that, there's still so much to do, exploring dungeons, hunting treasure goblins, and tackling in-game challenges like the Pit and the new Vessel of Hatred expansion. It's one of those games that keeps you coming back for more, hour after hour. Next up, Tears of the Kingdom. This sequel to Breath of the Wild stays true to the original's open-world style, but adds new twists to keep things fresh. You'll return to Hyrule, which has changed in surprising ways, and you'll get to explore the new Sky Islands. This game is a giant playground for discovery, letting you search for shrines, complete side quests, and explore. Tears of the Kingdom really captures that sense of adventure, and now Link can even combine items to make cool vehicles and tools. Then there's Kenshi. Made by a single developer, Kenshi is a one-of-a-kind survival RPG. It's less about a set story and more about exploring a harsh world where you start with almost nothing. You'll build skills, survive brutal challenges, and watch as the world changes around you with new cities, factions, and characters. With elements of city building, survival, and RPG, Kenshi offers something you won't find anywhere else. This game has serious staying power. Moving on, The Division 2. Set in a crumbling Washington, D.C., The Division 2 puts you in the role of a division agent fighting to keep the peace. The story campaign is huge, with tons of missions, side quests, and a satisfying loot system that'll keep RPG and shooter fans entertained. And with online co-op options, you can team up and take on Washington's toughest challenges. It's easy to spend 100 hours or more in this game. Next is Elite Dangerous. This one's for the space lovers out there. You'll pilot your own spaceship across a massive Milky Way galaxy, discovering star systems, trading, and taking on dangerous missions. Elite Dangerous has hundreds of hours of content, but really you could play it forever. It can be overwhelming at first, but if you stick with it, there's a whole universe to explore, and it's one of the most detailed space sims out there. Then we have Sea of Thieves. If you're into multiplayer games, this one's a blast. Gather a crew, set sail, and live the pirate life, finding treasure, fighting mythical creatures, and exploring a vast ocean. The best part of Sea of Thieves is the freedom to explore however you want. Sure, there are missions, but the real fun comes from taking risks, facing off with other pirates, and seeing what kind of pirate legend you can become. Finally, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This game takes the franchise's massive world design to new levels. Set in the Viking era, Valhalla has a huge campaign that could easily take over 50 hours. You'll raid villages, explore a massive map, and dive into a story full of Viking drama. It can feel like a lot to complete, but if you're looking for a world to sink into, Valhalla offers endless hours of adventure and Viking fun. So, which of these epic worlds are you ready to jump into? Let us know your favorites in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more game recommendations that'll keep you hooked for hours.